After 646 days, welcome back. I'm off to Vegas. Currently it's Friday, the 12th of November. But with this being different times, I'm not leaving till Monday, but I've got to go down to get a COVID test before I could even consider leaving the island. So I'm heading down to our driving test centre now, grab a COVID test and hopefully get the results back of that today. I leave for the UK on Sunday, so I'd like to get the test back before Sunday, so if the worst comes to the worst and I come back positive, I don't have to quarantine in the UK away from home or whatever. I've been taking daily lateral tests and they've all been coming back negative, but if any of you have been on Twitter, you're aware that I am terrified of the concept of testing positive and have been a hermit for like 2 weeks straight now, so that's fun. I'll check in at the test centre if I've got a few minutes before my swab. If not, I will be back in touch with the results when I get there. Cool. Just up at the driving test centre now. The building they're using it for, just in case anyone is acutely aware of the Isle of Man, is actually the start-finish line of the TT races and the sort of the grandstand building that you can just see up there. They actually do the tests down in the pit lane, so we'll be driving down the pit lane and getting swabbed and then heading off. Yeah, as I mentioned before, this is kind of different and no one really knows what to expect, so what I've actually planned to do is to take this test now to make sure that I'm good to go off the island and that I'm not going to get stuck in the UK or whatever. But I've also booked a Fit to Fly travel certificate test at Heathrow as well, just on the off chance, because I don't know, this is done through our NHS and I know you're supposed to have private tests and stuff. I did pay for this through like a private function, but it's not its own company, so I don't know how airlines or whoever's going to react to it. I suspect it's probably fine, but rather than get all the way to Heathrow, try to check in on Monday and get told, oh, we don't take this kind of test, you have to get a private one, I thought I'd rather, do this one for my own sanity and make sure, and then also do like a lateral flow test. It was only like £30 and that'll be done at Heathrow on Sunday night, so I'll know with plenty of time if I'm good to go and I won't have to worry about it. So that's my plan. Yeah, so I'll be back in touch when I get the results through, and then hopefully when they come back negative it'll be plain sailing, and I'll document kind of the flights and stuff I have to take internally from the Isle of Man to get to Heathrow, because it's not just a straightforward flight. I've got to stop off somewhere and change airlines and stuff, so it's the things we do for Vegas. Okay, cool, in a bit. Good morning, Sunday 14th November, travel day 1. So I'm just leaving home for UK connecting flights. I don't leave till Vegas till tomorrow, but just I gotta get to the UK now. It is 7:41 a.m. so nice early start. I should be down at Heathrow by sort of 2-3 in the afternoon. I've got a hotel for tonight, I'll show you guys later. In case you didn't guess, the COVID test I took on Friday came back negative, as pretty much I thought it would, but you never know until it's too late. So that's fine. I didn't post a video yesterday. I've been mad busy just getting stuff sorted, getting packed, getting everything I need for today. So, and we did some stuff, me and my missus, we did some stuff, so I kind of just never got around to taking a video of my screen basically. But yeah, I will check in across the day just to show you my different checkpoints, see some parts of the world and different insides of airports you might not have seen before. So yeah, anything pertinent to the COVID policies for flying in these sort of international times, I will try and highlight and just mention. I've got a bag full of paperwork which kind of says I'm vaccinated and says I have had a negative test, and I've filled in attestation, so I'll kind of go through exactly what I did and when I did it, and hopefully that will result in a positive boarding of a plane tomorrow. So yeah, Virgin have pushed the flight back an hour already, so I'm not too optimistic it's actually going to get me there in any useful time on Monday, but we'll get over that later. Great, I'll see you down at the airport. So I've arrived at the airport and I think I may have had my first win of the trip already, and we haven't even left my home. So the barriers usually are down, and there's a long stay car park charge you got to pay if you're leaving your car down here. It's quite ridiculous, and the barriers are all up, so I don't think that they are using them, which means I'm gonna query when I get inside, but I'm pretty sure that I don't have to pay any of this, which honestly to me looks like, you know, for going away for the 12 nights that I'm away, it kind of ends up at like £50. So that's, you know, a win. I think that's a win. So I'm probably going to get told that it's a fault and have to come back and put a ticket in my car or get one or pick one up inside the building. But for right now, I think I'm £50 ahead. So yeah, now we are walking up to the terminal. So I parked in my long stay. There's my car there. Goodbye car, I'll see you soon. And I am just going to head up to, check in. I've got a boarding pass on my phone already, so I'm hoping it's just a great case of breezing through security, getting on the plane and heading over to Manchester in England. So on the drive down, I live quite high up on altitude wise. There was quite a lot of mist, so I was kind of nervous. Mist kind of the only thing that stops the planes around here, and it seems to not be down at sea level. You can see kind of, if you look very closely in the distance, you'll see the sea. So we're right, they built the extension of the runway onto the water. So down at sea level where we are, I think it's okay. So fingers crossed there won't be any delays because there's no actual mist. It's a bit rainy and miserable, as you can probably tell, but it's not misty. So, okay, I'll check back in with you in a little bit. The plane that I am getting. So yeah, the little, you can't see it behind the bush now, but the tartan coloured Logan airplane looks like that's what I'm getting. And here is the main building of the airport. This is all you got. This is for an entire island, and this is as much space as we've got for airports. Airport's named Ronaldsway. You can probably see it on the side, but yeah, this is it. So yeah, probably do a walk around of the tiny departure gates and not get run over. That's probably a good idea. So yeah, see you inside this time. That's what we like to see. Confirm no charge for parking. No charge for parking. Good. Welcome to pre-departures in the waiting area. This is the entirety of it, and security is through that way. And that's it. This is the entire airport. There's some check-in desks downstairs, you know, the boards. There's the boards, that's every flight today. That's all there is. I'm on the first one at the very top, 9:30. Cool, I'll show you the departure side when we get there, if I can find a quiet place to do it. I don't think that'll be it. And breezed through security departure lounge itself, where there's about 15 people total. So, yeah. Airport control tower looking pretty swifty. Hopefully should be on time. Says everything should be good so far. We're getting onto the gate there, so yeah, in a bit. Welcome to Manchester Airport. So first flight done. Just on transit here. I'll be here for a couple hours, just waiting for the next flight, which seems to be on time so far. It's a bit of a bigger airport, there's more people here, etc. Just gonna find somewhere to sit down. I think the flight from the Isle of Man to here was okay, but the masks, I don't do very brilliantly with landing on the planes. I've got bad sinuses, so my head blows up a little bit, and without getting like a good intake of air, it felt a bit rubbish, but I'm getting better now. So yeah, in the terminal, maybe grab some breakfast and then check in with you down at Heathrow probably, or if I get bored and fancy making a video. And after what feels like eternity, I have arrived at Terminal 3 in Heathrow. Gonna try find a hotel now. I might swing by the Virgin desk if it looks quiet, just to see if they have any sort of advice. Make sure maybe I can use the COVID test that I got on the Isle of Man, make sure my documents are in order. They're probably sick and tired of people asking, so I might not fly, but we'll see. Okay, in a bit. And I have arrived at the airport hotel, which is a Hilton Garden Inn at Heathrow, next to Terminal 2. Just thought I'd do a quick walk around. It's really kind of not even relevant. It's more just so I can show you guys something while I talk about what I just did with Virgin. So, bathroom. It's very exciting. Hello. Virgin. Went up to the customer services desk, and long story short, the test that I took on the Isle of Man is perfect. It's a-okay. They don't need to see anything else. So TV's decent size in here. So they put all the information in already. So I've checked in on my app. I'm good. I've got my boarding pass. I've got my seat allocation and stuff. So I think that's pretty much me now. I am a-okay. I'm set to go to Vegas. Some storage area, the bedware, TV, everything's exciting. It's all good and ready to go. So it's about 3:34 p.m. now. So I just need to kill some time, go to bed reasonable time, get up, check into my flight tomorrow, and go to Las Vegas. So I'm considering still going for the lateral flow out of an abundance of caution, and just so that I can document the process to people. If people ask me for recommendations, at least there's like a sort of, a documented, I've been there, I've done it, I can say with certainty, I'm going to put the camera and talk. So yeah, so that's kind of my thinking at the moment. I may do it, I may not. Depends if I can be bothered, honestly, going back down the stairs to the, I think it's a 10-minute walk back to the terminal. So I probably will, because I'll have nothing better to do. But I'll just, yeah. So happy with how this is going. Everything's shaping up nicely. Hopefully next update, unless I think of, I want to show you my dinner or something tonight, then I'm probably just going to check in with you in the morning when I'm getting ready to get on to the plane. The vlog that I'm doing now, the sort of pre-day travel vlog, is kind of ramping up in time, so I might upload that separately this evening and just do a very brief here I am at the airport and kind of start the vlog series properly tomorrow morning. So this one might just be like a 20-minute, here's my day, here's the travel I had to do, but I kind of didn't really accomplish anything, so I'll probably mix it all together. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Cool, have a good one, guys. Hello. Right, going to express test at Heathrow. I wanted to come out anyway just to do something because I was very bored. So I'm going to head over, I'm going to get the test done, and then I'll give over all my thoughts, let people know when the results come back, how long the results take to come back, any other things that I've, pondered over while I'm waiting for it, etc. But I don't think I actually need this, but in the interest of doing my due diligence, I'll get it done. So check in once it's over and done with. Okay, so test done at Express Test at Terminal 3 at Heathrow. A couple of points just straight off the bat, so I've literally just come out now. The length of queue that you can see about there, that took about 45 minutes. So if you're like tight pressed for time, it's only a lateral flow I'm waiting for, but if you're like coming in the morning trying to get this done and then check in and go, like, be prepared that you could be stood around waiting for a while for them to process backlog for the day or whatever. So like, just I'd make sure just leave it a little bit longer. Like the time on my appointment was 5:30, and just checking now, it is 6:12. So yeah, it's like 40 minutes of a delay. So just bear that in mind if you're like seriously pressed for time. Once you get in there, you kind of wait. They'll check you in. They sort of look at your passport, make sure you are who you say you are. You'll have a QR code, they'll email you if you do use Express Test. Then someone will take you through, swab you. The swabbing's dead easy. It's just, if you've done lateral flows for any reason, it's nothing different. They'll just swab your nose for you, pour the liquid onto the test, and then they set a timer off, and they said the results would be with me within 45 minutes or so, which is in line with what they said on the website. So I'll make sure that is the case, and I will update when the results come through, which should be negative. I had a PCR on Friday, that was fine. Taken 2 laterals today just to make sure that before I left the island, to make sure I'm good to go. Everything's been negative. I've never tested positive for coronavirus, so yeah, be in touch. Just a quick one, back in the room. exactly when they said it was going to come up, it came straight through to my emails, fit to fly certificate attached, negative COVID test. So as far as turnaround times go, they're exactly as advertised. Staff were very pleasant, everything was good. It was just a bit of a long wait to get going. Experiences may vary, of course. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I think it's a good investment. It's very close by if you're flying Virgin and you're really pressed for time or whatever, even if you're not. But yeah, cool. This will probably be my last check-in today. I'll see you in the morning where we're flying to Las Vegas. So see you guys. Good morning. I am going to draw a line under the travel day from the Isle of Man to London and all the kind of pre-day stuff, testing and all that good stuff. Basically, the video is kind of getting a bit long, and this way I can upload it on its own. Anyone who just really cares about differences in UK to US travel since before the pandemic can kind of watch that bit, and anyone who doesn't really care can just jump into Vegas stuff, which will happen when I get to Vegas, still in London now. So I'll keep it somewhat sweet because I probably already explained it a few times. So differences are not actually that many. It seems like a lot on paper and it's a bit daunting when you look at it all, but really it's not that different. Before you really needed a ESTA and you needed a passport and you needed some money or whatever, and you could kind of get away with everything else if you really had to. Nowadays, you still need the passport and the ESTA. That's, nothing's changed there. I've got that sorted. You basically just need to be able to prove to Virgin, not even the US, as far as I'm aware at this point. If that changes, I'll let you know when I get to the US. But you just need to prove to your airline that you have vaccinations. So I have a paper copy of my vaccine records requested from the NHS. You can also use the app if you have the NHS app or whatever. Download the PDFs to your phone, show them, that'll do. It just needs to be valid. Show you had both doses of a vaccine, etc. And you need a negative test. So obviously I've done a couple of tests and just for my own sanity sort of thing, they're both negative. So they didn't seem to question it too hard. Again, proving it to the airline. I had a letter which was from our government who do our tests back on the Isle of Man that just said, here's a negative test, you are negative. And that's really all there was to it. It says where I was tested, what kind of test it was, when the date was, and that was it. It was like one side of A4. The other one from the Fit to Fly people was a bit more in depth. It had passport number on it as well, came with a PDF certificate. Haven't shown that to anyone because I only got it yesterday and haven't been back. But in case anyone does question the one I got from the Isle of Man, I've got a backup one as well, so that's fine. And the only other thing that I probably haven't mentioned just yet is Virgin sent me a text with a link in it basically saying if you're vaccinated, you need to fill out an attestation, which basically just says, I am vaccinated, and it's telling the US government, yes, I am vaccinated, yes, I have had a test. And that is the only, those are the differences. Checked in on the app, got my boarding pass and stuff, so I can just go through whenever. And those are the differences. So as I said, I'll draw a line under this video. I'll stick this one up, and anyone who wants to just watch this one, awesome. If you do stick around, then there'll be a Vegas vlog coming every day while I'm there. I'm there for 9 nights, so I'll try and do 9 different videos of whatever I'm up to. I'm on my own, so it'll be possibly less touristy, more slots and food, but whatever I do, I'll document roughly just in case, and then hope to see you there.